These are the tracks that I've been listening to recently that you probably didn't even know existed. I listen to a lot of different styles of music and dig through a lot of underground music, searching for inspirations and new sounds. And also because I'm quirky, different, and not like every other producer. Anyway, here are 4 amazing tracks that you probably never heard of. Also subscribe because I think if I shout it out, the button underneath me goes rainbow mode. 50s Manhattan by Jesse James is a track that is just so meaningful to me. It was part of the City Night series of beat/remix tapes. The visuals and the overall vibe of the beat videos just give me this feeling. I love cities. They are dirty, dangerous, and overall very sad. But there is this potential in the air, like if something big were to happen, it would happen here first. Or at least that's what young me felt. I used to travel a lot in my late teens and early 20s due to being an international student and a basketball player. So I have a lot of memories of traveling all over the place, all over the world, listening to this beat mixtape. 50s Manhattan is the first track of the compilation, and it just sets up the mood so well. Of course, I've done a sample breakdown for 50 Manhattans because it's just that meaningful to me. I had to figure out what was going on there. But I never posted or made a video out of the sample breakdown because what would I even name the YouTube video? And that also happens a lot with Brazilian stuff that my small Brazilian audience keeps asking me to do. I would love to do a lot of Brazilian breakdowns and breakdowns of lesser known artists, but it becomes a matter of time and reward. I've grown to a point where I have to use my time very carefully. I'm almost 30, for God's sake. And if I know something's gonna flop, then it's not very worth it for me to, I'll still do the analysis on FL and maybe I'll post that on the Patreon, but making a video out of it is just maybe not worth the struggle. If you guys do want the breakdown for this track, just let me know what would you name the YouTube video. If I can't come up with anything good, then maybe I'll just add a bunch of sample breakdowns that I've done from underground artists into a bigger video full of analysis and see if I can come up with a better title that way, a title that it feels like it would get a decent amount of views at least. The second track I want to talk about today is Alchemist Fallback. This is my favorite Alchemist track, so it is also the track from him that I wanted to have finished the breakdown the most. Sadly, the sample from the intro is missing and I can't find it anywhere. And it is the part that makes it special to me, the whole beat. So I'm not gonna finish the breakdown without it, even though it is considerably a very small part of the beat. But hey, if anyone ever finds out what the sample was, I will finish the breakdown immediately. Next up is a track that I'm pretty sure introduced me to Monte Booker. Monte is a producer from Chicago who is mostly known for his collaborations with St. Louis rapper Smino. I've known about them since very early on their careers because 10 years ago I was going to school in St. Louis. But I might have known about Monte even before finding out about Smino. I always do my workouts and studies while listening to beats on YouTube. So I think I got recommended this edit of barbershop cartoons while listening to Dilla, Ninth Wonder, and the early days of YouTube music channels like Anime Vibe and Triangle Music. And honestly, I don't know how this doesn't have like a billion views. It is beautiful. I think Monte is a producer's producer because his beats, his sounds, they just stand out from the rest of the crowd. And I think this track perfectly illustrates Monte Booker's sound, how it is so different, unique, and expressive. I, like every other producer, want to make this type of beats really bad because, you know, everyone wants to stand out from the crowd. It is impossible to copy Monte's sound, so you might as well just be inspired by it instead of trying to mimic it. I'm finishing a funk beat tape while working on some Adrian/Pierre inspired beats. And then after that, I think I'm gonna go into more lo-fi, boom bap, and a little bit of that Monte style beats, at least the sounds used in those type of beats, and ultimately move on into some dance, house, chill hop type beats. I want to master too many styles all at once, but I gotta focus at one thing at a time or else nothing gets done. Now, of course, let's finish this with the mandatory Dilla mention.
Right on, baby. Hey, bro.
This is one of the many Dilla breakdowns that I'm almost finished with, but I've been struggling for a couple of weeks and even months. Hey Bruh is a tough one because there are a lot of small chops and the sample is very busy, the samples are very busy, but the flow of the beat and the movement Dilla created with the chops is just amazing. Nonetheless, the most important thing to mention here, I think, is the sample. It is absolutely hilarious. Go listen to it. I swear to God, you will be laughing your ass off. It's literally a comedy skit. And sadly, I guess it became not funny or became twice as funny when I saw that it was made by Bill Cosby. I automatically wanted to finish the breakdown and name it like Dilla samples an hilarious sample from Redacted because, you know, I think the track is only cool if you can separate the art from the artist. And if you can't, I completely understand. If I think too long about how much I enjoyed listening to this sample while doing the breakdown for the beat, it makes me cringe a little bit because I did enjoy it. It's very funny. Anyway, this is what I've been listening to. Let me know what you've been listening to. What should I add to my playlist? And follow me for free on Patreon and ask me to share one of my many playlists. If y'all ask me enough for it, I will work on it.